maybe, they got delayed. Maybe it'll be here Wednesday. And then Wednesday came and I still didn't have anything. And then that's when I got even more concerned, like, wait, something's wrong.
Life for Jasmine Oliver never stops.
Overly busy, but it's good. It keeps me going.
The part-time medical assistant, recent nursing school graduate, and Chesterfield mother of 5 is part of the 1 in 8 Americans who rely on the federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program to feed their families.
Because it gets me and my children through day to day for the entire month, where I don't have to worry about how are they going to eat.
When SNAP was halted by the government shutdown, Virginia launched a state-funded food assistance program called VINA to temporarily fill the gap. The plan was to provide SNAP recipients with weekly installments of 25% of their total benefits until the government reopened. However, last Monday, when those payments started going out, Oliver says the roughly $275 that she should have received in VINA benefits never hit her account. She says she then contacted the Chesterfield Department of Social Services to inquire what went wrong and was told by a supervisor that DSS did not process her application in time.
She just kind of told me that they were doing the best they could do. They were very overwhelmed and they were so busy trying to process all these applicants that they are human too and they make errors.
Here's what happened. Every so often, SNAP recipients must renew their eligibility with the program, which Oliver was due for in November. She showed us a record of her phone interview with her caseworker on October 1st and confirmation that she submitted her required paperwork by October 3rd. In a statement, the county says that DSS typically has 30 days to process an application. However, when VINA was announced in late October, it included a cutoff date of October 29th. Citing a high volume of applications and a shortened timeline, DSS says it did not process all applications by the deadline. And so this rendered Oliver ineligible to receive VINA benefits.
It was not my fault that they did not do what they were supposed to do at DSS. I feel like I've been failed by the system.
After our interview, Oliver says she was informed by DSS on Monday afternoon that her renewal application had now been processed and she should receive SNAP benefits when SNAP payments continue, whether that'll be a full or a partial payment.
I just had to go head out for a second because, guys, I am so stressed out. I got my paycheck this week and I don't know if we're going to get food money, and so my paycheck is only $133. I got 17 from TikTok, which is what I'm trying to do Thanksgiving dinner with, but I also have a daughter with a birthday coming up next week. Birthday's on the 20th, and I had planned to use my paycheck to get her birthday presents, and now we still don't know what's going on with food. I am scratching and I am being as creative as I can to make meals for everybody. I'm eating 1 meal a day. I'm tired. I'm tired of the hate and I'm tired of the nastiness and I'm tired of people enjoying watching other people suffer, and I just want to give my daughter a fucking birthday. She didn't even hardly ask for anything. It's just food, birthday. Food. I mean, food's gonna win because we have to feed everybody, you know? It's not just about the birthday girl, but I'm feeling like a failure today. Big time. I'm hiding in a hospital bathroom to make this TikTok because I feel like a terrible parent.
Food stamp SNAP update. Guys, I'm trying to get to as many people as possible and make sure people have formula for their kids as well as some kind of groceries. I am personally delivering groceries to people. I am doing Walmart orders as well as giving people resources. But literally, it is just me. Well, no, that's a lie. My friend Desire did help me once. She's a blessing. Under no circumstances will I be giving any cash or Cash App out. I understand that people need it. However, I know there's a lot of people that are going to say what they need and really just want the cash, and that is not what this is about. I, too, am struggling, and I am doing this on my own. So let's get into what states have received benefits, what have not, and what is going on with those states. Georgia has paid out some benefits. Not everyone in Georgia has received benefits yet. Hawaii has paid everyone, but partial. They have received partial benefits in Hawaii. Idaho, they have received partial benefits. Illinois paid partial benefits. However, I'm hearing a lot of people in Illinois say they did not receive any benefits. If you have not received any, please make sure you check the site and make sure you are still supposed to be receiving and you are certified. Indiana, no benefits paid at this time. If I named your city and you do not have any food at all or you need baby formula, comment your city and state below. If you need formula, comment formula and your city and state below. If you are in another state, please either go back to the previous video or wait for your city to be called. I love you guys so much. We're in this together. Guys, if anyone wants to help me out, please comment below. Help. I need the help, guys. I love you guys so much. Be blessed.
So I didn't get my food stamps this month, and instead, this is what I'm supposed to survive off, feed my family. A bag of apples, a bag of oranges, tomato soup, oats, elbow macaroni, milk, peas, black beans, diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, peaches.
So I just have to add to this that I am appalled that somebody that got all this food for free is bitching and complaining about what she got. I mean, what happened to gratitude and thankfulness? I mean, I know this shutdown and the SNAP benefits is, I can only imagine, a disaster for so many people, but there are so many places that are giving out free food. And if I was hungry, that stuff would be amazing. I could do all kinds of things with that. So let's be thankful, people, and grateful. Rant over. This is in response to this lady. Her husband passed away 3 months ago, and she lost a big portion of her income. And the original video was about a woman's response to getting a food bank box of food and was actually complaining about the stuff that was in there. And it was really nice stuff, a bag of apples and oranges and tomato soup and some macaroni noodles. It was things that you could actually make several meals out of. And it was a weekly box. So it's not like it had to last her a whole month, but she was complaining. And then you have this poor woman that doesn't get any assistance because they say she makes too much money. Husband passed 3 months ago. And what is this poor woman supposed to do? So she was saying, all I have is the ramen noodles in my cupboard. So people, please be grateful for the things that we have. I know our country is in a mess right now. And I know the SNAP benefits thing has been very harsh and hard on a lot of people. But there are so many other people that is in such worse shape. So please always be grateful for anything and everything that you do have.
One thing I cannot stand is when someone comes under my post and comments something about, oh, well, why'd you have that many kids if you can't afford them and blah, 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 blah. Me personally, yes, kids are expensive, but without kids, it's still expensive. If things were priced fair and the cost of living was reasonable, I'd be okay. If I didn't have kids, I would still need help. And what gets me also is the people that have something to say about other people that are getting assistance from the government are the same people that probably applied themselves but just got denied. Now, I'm sorry that happened to you and that you got denied and you're not getting help from them, but that's not my fault or the next person's fault. That's on them. So most people underneath my comments are probably the same ones that have applied before but just got denied, but are hating on me because I received food stamps. If you got accepted, you'd be the first one to take them food stamps and go buy your food. Some people are gonna say, oh, well, you should have had your life figured out before you had kids and da-da-da-da-da. You should have went to school and got a better job. And that may be true, but I'm doing with what I have. It's basically like judging a book by its cover. And it's not only the single mother with the 5, 6, 7 kids that need help. It's the veterans that served our country that need help and rely on assistance every month. It's the people with disabilities and they can't work, physically cannot work, that rely on assistance every month. Or the elderly that's worked their whole life and has retired, but their social security income is not enough, so they rely on food stamps. The government purposely put these things in place to help citizens that need help. Now, I could understand y'all's point of view if I was just someone collecting assistance each month and just not doing anything with my life. But that's not the case. I work full-time. And I'm going to say it again. With how the things are priced in today's society, you can't survive. And I hate how people use kids as an excuse. Kids are blessings, no matter how many kids you got.
I'm a single mom of 5 and I do receive food stamps, and this person knows me personally, so they know that I hold a degree and a career. The crazy thing about it is that you guys are all off in the comments like, get a job, get a career, go to school, you're uneducated, you're this, you're that. Oh, and my favorite, are you the second, third, or fourth generation receiving welfare? The first, bitch. The fuck? Anyways, you guys know that I love numbers, so let's dive right in. And remember, all of this is public record, so feel free to look it up yourself. In 2020, 1 in 7 SNAP recipients actually held a college degree of an associate's or higher. In 2017, 3 million SNAP recipients had a college degree. 1.6 million of them actually had a bachelor's degree. In 2023, 10% of recipients of Medicaid actually held a bachelor's degree as well. Why does this matter? Because a college degree does not guarantee you immunity from financial hardship. Lazy? No. Uneducated? Also no. Facing financial hardship? Yes. 2 toddlers that are experiencing developmental delays and having to be off work numerous occasions? Yes. Yes.
Nobody wants to be real. Baby, this shutdown got all of us in the chokehold. So come grocery shopping with me as a mom of 2 with $100 budget during shutdown that feels like a whole nother pandemic. While I explain to y'all how this has affected families. Almost 6 months ago to the day, I became a mom of 2. But before I became a mom of 2, some days were harder than others. And some days I did not know if I was going to be able to. Now, I'm just being real with y'all. I'm not saying that I did not have help. But the type of person that I am, I really will not ask people for anything unless I absolutely need it. So my main focus at that time was to just make sure that my son had something to eat always. And to do what I needed to do to make sure that he stayed healthy. Now, I know somebody's gonna flip this the wrong way. My son has never went hungry ever in life. He never has, and he absolutely never will. But as a mom, sometimes I had to get things that I knew would last us a little bit longer, or things that would stretch, like my mama used to say, instead of getting things that I wanted for myself. And as a parent, you just have to do that sometimes. So I never felt the type of way about it. I just put my big girl drawers on and did what needed to be done for my child. And to this day, I do not regret that at all. But I am right back in that same space. I am now having to get things that I know will stretch, because the world is crazy and that next meal is not guaranteed.
I'm a single mom of 5 and I do get food stamps, and let's just say for shits and giggles, there are a lot of jobs that are hiring. They're hiring for $9, $10, and $12 an hour, and I don't know if you know this or not, but that's not a livable fucking wage. Rent itself is $1,400. That's not a job, that's a setup. You see, a lot of us can't tell them that we're parents. We rely on our resume. We can't tell them that we're students. And you can't even tell them that you take care of your fucking meemaw, because it doesn't matter. You need to be there 24/7, 365, drop of a dime. Inconsistent work schedules, no benefits. Oh, you got hired as a full-time employee, but you work part-time hours? Welcome to the real world, baby. And don't get me started on the fact that these companies will deliberately hire you because you receive assistance, get a tax credit, pad their fucking pockets with said money, then tell you, here's 2 pennies, make it work for the next 2 fucking weeks. Oh, the system is not broken. That couldn't be the issue. It's the people receiving the assistance that's the issue. That's who's costing us so much money.
It's a little funny to me seeing all these posts that people are making about how many moms are going to be skipping meals to make sure that their kids can eat because of SNAP being turned off. Like we haven't already been. Like that's not already what we've been doing. Every month for the last several months, ever since the tariffs started going into place, I have had to skip meals the last 2 weeks of every month. And I don't buy chips. I don't buy junk because that shit's expensive right now. I buy organ meat. I buy weird cuts like beef neck and chicken hearts and gizzards and things like that because they're cheap as hell. And I have to be kind of careful about how I cook because I have histamine issues. So I can't have leftovers. I can't have anything like that. And it impacts my health if I eat junk food. And so I got the weird urge first week of October because my littles were going to be gone, that I wanted to stock up my pantry because they're going to be gone, which means that I had a little bit more wiggle room in my food budget than I normally would. And so I opted during those 2 weeks that the kids were gone to eat every third day, just to stretch it even further. And thankfully, that worked out in my favor. I was able to stock up my pantry. And so we should be okay for at least the next couple weeks. But the idea that single moms who are on food stamps haven't already been skipping meals, this isn't going to be single moms skipping meals. This is going to be single moms not fucking eating. I've been slugging down coffee that's laced with chicory root because it cuts down on the acid and it, helps with the hunger. And luckily, never thought I would fucking say this, I struggled with eating issues for a really long time. I had an eating disorder for a very long time. So when I get stressed, my body just doesn't tell me that it's hungry. And that is working in my favor right now. But let's not pretend like it's just going to be skipping meals for moms right now. There are going to be moms that do not eat to the point of getting nauseous, getting dizzy, because they haven't had an eating disorder. I can function for a decent long time without food in my body, and I can be okay. But that took years of doing it on purpose before my body could function that way. And I don't wish that on anybody. So, if you haven't and you are able, go donate to a local food pantry. Everybody's gonna need it right now. Love, light, and happy Xing.
Are you a struggling single mom like me on food stamps and this government shutdown got you shook, got you scared? Like, what are we going to do? And just trying to figure out how the fuck are we going to not be on food stamps no more? That is my goal, to not be on food stamps anymore. So I did a video earlier, right, asking people if they received their food stamps from different parts of the United States. So a lot of people commented and said that they have not received their food stamp benefits. Like, what the hell is going on? People have to eat. We have to eat to survive. So a lot of people was really saying that they did not get anything. And then some people were saying how they only got partial and not the full thing. Now, with me being in Pennsylvania, it's people that I know that have gotten their food stamps. But then there are some people over here too that's saying that they have not gotten their food stamps. So did they really just pick and choose who they wanted to give the food stamps to? Because that is not what they were saying on the news. So I need answers because I'm confused and I'm concerned. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this or what the hell is going on.
Have as many kids that you can afford to take care of. You. In this economy, have as many kids that you can afford to take care of. They are cutting food stamps. They are cutting Medicaid. They are reducing Section 8. Have enough kids that you can take care of. If you need any type of subsidies or government assistance already and you have children, please reconsider having more children. Please just do some research. Look at what's going on in the media. Look at what's going on in the news. I need you to be aware of everything that is going on before you decide to bring another child into this world. And I'm not bashing anybody that gets any type of government assistance. I'm just saying the programs are being cut. People on this app are saying they are getting $60 in food stamps, eliminating food stamps, and now they can't feed their children. Have enough kids that you can afford to take care of. Don't bring no baby in this world relying on the government's help. The government said you on your own, big dog. So let's keep that in mind when we out here hunching.
All right, Foodie Gang. So the first mom stated that she feels like the system failed her because she was unable to get her food stamp to take care of her 5 children. My thing is, why is it the system's responsibility to feed you and your 5 kids? If you know that you are low income, then you don't need to be walking around here with 5, 6, 10 kids. There needs to be a level of accountability and responsibility that these women need to take. And if you're not going to, if you want to have 5 kids, do you? We don't care. But when you come and say, I have 5 kids and we have no way to eat, so it's the government's responsibility, that's not going to work. And this situation has shown a lot of people that the government is not going to keep taking care of you and your kids, and you keep bringing all these balance to the table, but you're not putting anything into it. And then she said that she was an RN that works part-time. Why are you working part-time if you got 5 kids? I suspect that she's working part-time so that she can keep those benefits. Because you are educated, you have a job, right? But then you wouldn't have 5 kids. So then you put yourself behind because now you got hella mouths to feed. But she needs to take some accountability. People should be thankful that they are getting help. But instead, they're acting very, very entitled. Now, last woman is right. Have as many kids as you can afford. Keyword, you. And to the one woman who said, hey, I learned my lesson. I'm going to do all I can to get up off food stamps. That needs to be the mindset of a lot of people. But you don't hear them saying that. You hear them blaming people. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Check these videos out down below. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Foodie gang, gang, gang. Foodie gang, gang, gang.